Welcome in, everybody. War Day. Very exciting, very exciting. So today we have 71 versus 100. The war. Let's take a look at our Warzone duel setup here. So, third place matchup. Let's see. Do this. Right. There we are. All right, welcome everybody. So today, unfortunately, we will not be streaming the war live. I need to be in a chat for the war. 71. Server 71 is first priority for the war today. So I will be streaming though afterwards, but not live. So. Good morning, Amanda. Welcome to War Day. It's a beautiful day, regardless of we're streaming. So let's get started. Today is War 71 versus 100 is the third place matchup, and then we have 80 versus 81 in the finals. So we can look at the players involved. So first, because hopefully you care more about us, we are here. And let's take a look what we got for power in today's war. We have a few VIP 18s in here, 430, 382, Kings 327, self at 236. So you can see there's, let's see how many over 200s here. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 430, 382, 327. So a lot of power. Here for 71, you can see. And then we look at who we are fighting. Let's go back in and see what the group looks like for 100. Semi-powerful. Oh, my bad. My bad. Semi-powerful server. They were much more powerful probably a couple seasons ago. Why am I keep doing that? They had a lot of people migrate. There were some that quit, dropped their accounts, move out. So I guess cannot stop doing that. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to show you total hero power. My bad. And my dog is upset in the background as well. Oh, I know why. I can't show you this because I have to fight there. Oh, so I can go there. I can plop here with my shield and then look at the total hero. So I could have. Let's take a look this way. So we'll look at their total hero power. Let me find somebody from 100. All right, total hero power. So Killer's 287. So like our top elites are much stronger than their elites. So you got 287, 245, 241. So they have a handful of 200s here, 245. So we have more 200s than them, and overall power. But you know, as you can tell, like a lot of this is strategy as well. So 80 had a phenomenal strategy against us, and they worked out. They get full credit for that. Like I don't care what anybody says. I give them full credit for what they were able to do. We have shortcomings that we can improve and we can get better. So I mean, there's no doubt we can improve and be stronger and be more cohesive as a unit. There's a lot of people migrating into 71 as we continue to rebuild the server. So it's expected that 71 is going to be better, stronger as we move forward. Don, good morning. What do you got, Don? Is this new first Warzone or second one? I don't understand your question. First Warzone or second one? Clarify, Don. Hit me up with a clarification, brother, and I'll answer you. All right, so that is the players involved for our war. Let's get into the finals just to give you a little preview. It'll be fought on 81, which means 81 Warzone rights. That could mean that also 81 prefers to defend. So the other thing to look for is just because somebody wins Warzone rights doesn't necessarily mean that the other team didn't want them to win Warzone rights. They may prefer to defend. So that would be, oh, look at this Black Panther popping in. I don't know where you've been, brother. I've been looking for you. Reach out to her, brother. Okay. Total hero power for 80. Legend 306. 302, 301. Saw this last time, right? So here, you're going to take a good look at this because the elites on the other side, and I don't care, some people will say, oh yeah, it's only one team. Like 81 only has one team. Well, guess what? That one team is pretty darn strong. Like, so you can only have one team if it's that strong. So I'm going to show you the other numbers, and don't pay attention it's only one team. Just pay attention to how many strong accounts they have. So they match up pretty well here. I think top end strength is where you're going to really see the difference. So if you see here for 80, they're playing around 306, 302, 301. When we go in and we're going to look at 81, their top end strength is there's something to behold. So let's see if we can. I don't know if we can go into 81. See them. Oh, we got a countdown to see 81. Do I have any other way to see 81? Let's go see if we can find 81 in our plunders. We might find somebody from 81 in here. Come on, 81. Where are you? I know somebody from 81 because I think somebody from 81. Ah, there we go. All right, let's take a look at 81's rankings. Here's her total hero power. So as you can see, Root is 364. So he is the strongest person now. 80 had 3 people that were around over 300. So they have 3 of them. But Root is 364. Koi here, I would say 281. Probably, even though the other ones are 300, Koi's top team is probably very similar to the elites on 80. So it's almost like first team strength. They have 2 here. The others may have better like second teams or third teams than Koi does, but my guess is probably around the same strength here. And then Tong 269. Then you start getting in, but this is where it starts to be. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 6 over 230. So, they have a lot of power. And they know how to fight. They may have wanted to choose the Warzone defense because they're better at defense. So don't quickly judge them on that. And they do, they do still have a bunch of accounts over 180 and stuff. So strength-wise, it's really anybody's game as far as how it goes. And Root's a wrecking crew. So I imagine that their elites are going to be on the run, trying to avoid Root for a while until at least you can get Root to concentrate on the capital or something else. He'll probably be chasing Legend, Wizard, Luna. They'll probably stock up on their teleports because they're going to be on the run. But it should be good. It should be a good finals. Let's see. What do we got? So Don, so you have full Warzone, 3 fights and 3 servers over 3 weeks, and then you start new Warzone round for another 3 weeks. I don't know. That's a great question, Don. I'm not sure what they're going to do, if we're going to jump into the season, or they're going to do another Warzone duel, or we're going to do meteorite battles. Not really sure. Game seems to switch it up sometimes on what we're going to do. So sometimes we don't know even if we're going to get another Warzone duel. Like before they announced the Warzone duel, we thought we were going to get one, but nobody really knows. Because we're on such early server, they test things on us. So and they test different things on the server. So there's only one group before our server group. So you have servers, 1, which I think starts at 3 now. It's like 1 through 68. It could be one server group, right? And it's down to, I think, 64 servers that are active. And then you have us, which is 69. We used to be 69 through 100. And then they expanded us from 69 to 100. They added 32 servers in, and they made us from server 69 to server 132. When they did server migration for the first time, this last time, when they did server migration, in the first grouping of servers that 1 through 68, instead of allowing them to go to any server, they actually only gave them a random 32 servers to choose from. And people were upset because they had plans to migrate to a specific server. They got their friends together and said, hey, we're all going to move to server 15, let's say, whatever. And when the game gave them their options, not everybody had server 15 available, so they couldn't go where they planned to. So they were really upset with the whole thing. They complained to customer service, and the game listened, because when it rolled out to us from server 69 to 100, when they rolled out to us, they expanded us to 132, and they allowed us to choose any server, any of the 64 servers that they let us go to. So we expanded in our server options, and they listened because we had the same thing. There were a bunch of people planning to go to different servers, so people would have been upset. We had contingency plans that we were forced to try to come up with, because we didn't know if our server choices were going to be available when they did, if we were going to get the random 32 as well. So things change all the time, Don. I don't know if they'll do another Warzone duel or if they'll just do a couple meteor battles and then we're into the season. It could be another 3 weeks of Warzone. I hope so. The off season had just started. We just ended Black Market, I think, last week, I think it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Black Market just closed on last Sunday. So that was the end of the season there, and we just had our championship. The Champions Duel end. So we really just wrapped up the season. So hoping that the off season is a little bit longer and we get another couple meteorite battles and some Warzone duel, but we'll find out. We'll find out. That's the fun part of not knowing. I'd rather not know sometimes so that I can get surprised with some of this stuff when it comes in and play the game. But anyway, so today, hey, I'm Brian. Good seeing you. You're welcome, Don. So, just to wrap it up, for those of you that are listening, expecting the live stream today, it won't be live streaming, so we're going to be doing some comms, leader comms, for the battle against 100, and I can't really show you what I'm doing and talk freely to my team to strategize on a war if I'm broadcasting that live. So, as much as I'd love to live and show you and talk you through the war like we have previous times and receive positive feedback, I cannot do that. The server war is more important to do than to do that. I'm sure maybe other people's will be streaming it, but I cannot this time. So just got to be fair. Let's see. Yeah, I know. I'm Brian. I know. I was hoping to win too. I had to cut the stream short last week. I was rather upset. I do not like to lose. I don't know many people who love to lose. If you do, then God bless you. But it's not for me. Losing, I'm not a big fan of it. But it happens, right? So you suck it up and you deal with it. But yeah, I did. I ended the stream early last week. There was another great war going on that I could have brought you to. I think it was like 82 versus 132. Somebody sent me a link of a great war that was happening. I can't remember who was fighting, but I was done. I needed a game break after losing. So it was family time. It was like, okay, I'm just going to take a break from the game. So shield up and get going. But today, I'll take a break when we're going to start to fight and hop on Discord. But it is what it is, right? So yes, Amanda, losing sucks. It does. I didn't have no interest in it. He just doesn't have. I know. Embryon, you're on 93. Who are you fighting today? 93 is fighting who? Yeah, that's the other thing. So, you're asking that, Embryon. Man, I don't know what to tell you. So, this 80 thing with Hulk, right? Let's get into it. Let's just talk about it, all right? And let's be honest about the situation. So, Hulk's upset because at the end of last war, Bua Bua, I think that's how you say the name. I don't know. Oh, 93 against 114? Okay. Yeah. Well, good luck, man. Don't give up. At least fight, right? Like, what can you do? Give it the good old college try, as they say, man. You gotta drill grounds to drain. Just throw them all at 114 and see what happens. Okay, so let me get into the Hulk situation, okay? So this Bua Bua, I don't know if I'm saying the name right. It's Bua. So I'm on this stream. We're gonna say Bua Bua. After the war was over and 80 had won, Bua Bua decided that he was going to attack server 71, and he was just going to attack people. And Hulk saw that after the war, and he was pissed, and he started attacking 100 people. And so server 80 people. And so server 80 got mad. I understand. They were like, hey, why are you taking it out on us when he's the culprit, right? But here's the thing about war. When you decide to declare war and do something, to an action on somebody, like Bua Bua did on whatever server 71, you don't then get to dictate what happens back to you. You committed the crime of trying to attack people after the war. So then there's repercussions that come. All of us necessarily are all of a sudden hopping into 80 to fight, but at the same time, You can't control the reactions of another server if you're going to do something. So don't do it, right? Like that's really the point. So I'm going to give an example. I gave this to somebody in the game. I'm going to play out an example for you. When I was early in this game, probably a level 24, I was in IMI Immortals on server 72. And we were fighting server 90. And there was a big whale over there at the time. He was a whale. And it was, God, I can't remember his name. I said it in the chat the other day. It's like Bot, or, it's not Bot. It was, anyway, it was their whale on the other server. So, we reached a deal with 90 that we weren't going to, we had a kill event against them, and we weren't fighting a Warzone duel. We had a kill event against them. And we made a deal that, hey, we're not going to attack each other at all until after the Warzone. So no reset attacks, nothing. Somebody on the team didn't get the message, hopped in, attacked somebody from 90, and lit off a firestorm where we tried to figure who was the first one that attacked, who broke the truce deal, and everything else. Because this is what happens in the early servers. You're all going to go through this, or you already have gone through this. It happens. Anybody who's been a leader of anything trying to broker some kind of peace to not have like a fight happen, it's so hard. You have to state that, hey, there may be somebody who's not paying attention to messages that's going to attack somebody that should not. Let's not have that start a complete war. You have to state that before it even begins, because you have to give the teams time to manage whoever that is, right? So anyway, we did not manage that. And Pale Rider, for those of you that remember Pale Rider, attacked server 90. And when that happened, it was a problem. Set off a firestorm of events that led to us arguing, and so I, being the smart guy that I am, start being funny to the whale and talking back, antagonizing them, and doing all kinds of stuff because we're fighting between the teams. And what ended up happening, the combination of the events of me, talking to this whale and then also breaking the truce that we did with 90. When we went to fight the Warzone duel, the whale popped into our Warzone duel, completely destroyed it. 72 could have actually won that Warzone. Very few 72 Warzone duels could we actually won. We actually were winning that one. We could have won, and we did not. They ruined the entire thing. The whale came in, was wiping us out. We couldn't fight both battles, and really, the moral of that story is just don't badmouth those whales and cause that type of rift, because I couldn't control the fact that my bad mouthing this person, or the fact that the person on our team, Pale Rider, who broke the truce, which caused this to occur. It's not like we could control the events that happened after. So sure, everybody badmouthed the whale for jumping in, and they were like, yeah, why would you do that? You shouldn't have done blah, blah, blah. But really, it was us, right? When you reflect on it, it was like, well, we broke the truce. We were badmouthing. We were doing that, antagonizing that person. And then we're upset because the actions that took place after. So all I'm saying is the situation that occurs when you do things like this and you start, like what happened with 80 versus 71, when Bua Bua attacks somebody and then Hulk responds by wiping everybody on the planet out because Bua Bua is, doing something that he shouldn't be doing by attacking us after the war, then those are the repercussions. And so that's where it maybe could have ended. But then on top of that, let's tell the full story here of like, we just want to paint Hulk the bad guy, but then let's tell the full story. Then everybody started bad-mouthing Hulk. Everybody starts sending him messages. Everybody starts antagonizing him, calling him names, doing this, doing that, right? Here we go again. You ramp it up even further is what you're going to do. And then on top of that, people started adding messages to their profiles, showing that they that they beat 71 easy and all this stuff. And so listen, anybody can do whatever they want. We're grown adults playing this game, right, for the most part. But all I'm saying is there's there's actions and reactions, and you have to pay when you do something wrong. So as long as you're ready to do that, if you're coming in and you're stickman and you want to go badmouth somebody, you want to badmouth Hulk, or you want to badmouth the entire server, you want to do whatever you want to do, stickman can back it up. So if you're going to go after who's going to go after Stickman when he's saying that, your server going to go after him? Good luck. The guy's like, if you don't know who I refer to as Stickman, VIP 18, and one of the most powerful people in the game at this point. He's continuing to grow. I think he's he's around 700 total power at this point. I think it's outrageous. So. If he badmouths, he can back it up, and he can live with his actions. So when you as a level 22, which I learned, right? So heed the warning. If you're a level 30 and you're a level 32 or you're a level 34 or your power is only 174 million, and you want to be funny guy and you want to badmouth and you want to call people the whales like losers and names and blah blah blah, you could be those actions that you take. Could be repercussions for your entire team. Okay? So just like, you may be upset, you may be mad, badmouth people within your alliance. Like you can say whatever you want, and you can maybe not like somebody. But all I'm saying is don't antagonize people. Don't try to be the cool guy. I've been there, done that, seen the repercussions of it, and I really have no interest in doing it anymore. I really don't even, to be honest with you, the bad mouthing and the back and forth nonsense, I hardly get involved in anymore. Like I used to be like leader number one of it, to culprit and stir that up. And I just think like this game is so much fun because there's so many different aspects of it, right? Like learning how to fight, learning your heroes. We're learning the tech to build, the squads, there's strategy, there's seasons, they're adding stuff in, there's relationships, there's marriages and divorces within the teams, like where you love each other and they hate each other, and the servers and whatever. So it's all a mental battle in here that we're fighting and we're playing, and we start to learn a lot of tactics and things that go on. But you also have to learn the things that don't work, and learn when you've done something that you shouldn't do in the future because of the actions that took place. Learn from history. Don't just repeat it. All right. So everybody could be upset and be mad about this, the Hulk event as attacking 80, but at least tell the full story and accept responsibility on both sides of it. Right. Like it's not just Hulk just being an angry green man going around and being a wrecking ball. He was 100% poked and prodded and chastised last week for attacking because of response to the Bua Bua. And honestly, if I'm on server 80 right now, I'm not happy with Bua Bua. The lesson to be learned there would be, tell Bua Bua, don't be attacking people after the war. Nobody should. And also, when you go into seasons and you're dealing with all these other servers, regardless of what you think about that server, don't go poking the people that are the strongest people on that server. Don't do it. It's not wise. You control it. Just don't, you know what I mean? Other people are going to deal with those repercussions, not you. You're going to sit there and be fine. You'll have full grow grounds, and then your entire team won't. So, anyway. That's learning lessons from last war for me and what I've learned playing this game. So that's all I would say. Hopefully people heed that warning and learn from it and take that advice and learn and explain it to your alliance so it doesn't happen as we move forward. So anyway, I want to wrap this up because I am going to have to hop into the war. I'm going to do some pre-war attacking and Discord. But I will be here after the war. If we finish early, I certainly will stream and cover the finals of 81 versus 80. if you all want to tune back in. Otherwise, thank you all for supporting the channel and tuning in for our pre-war chat. I will be back for whatever events in the future, and likely not be on comm to be able to talk and answer your questions. Also, planning on doing some lives coming up next week. QB going to be out with some surgery, so I will be recovering from surgery. And with that, because I'll be recovering from surgery, I have an awful lot of time to spend talking to you. So, in any case, I will be doing some more lives coming up either this weekend or the weekend. I'll do it ahead of time and let you know and stream it. But otherwise, good luck to all you fighting out there today, and we'll see you soon. All right, QB out.